So it's looking like Sony is about to shut down the digital storefronts for the PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, and PSP. Well, with the PSP, the store on the PSP was shut down a number of years ago, but you could still buy PSP games through the PS Vita. But now, since the Vita store is going to shut down, you will no longer be able to purchase PSP games digitally. The PSP store on the Vita, as well as the PS3 store, will shut down on July 2nd, so you have a little bit more than 3 months to get all the games that you want to get. But for the PlayStation Vita games, you'll have a little bit more time before that storefront shuts down. You have until August 27th, so that's a little bit more than 5 months. And I will point out that none of this is official. This is not officially announced by Sony, but a pretty reputable source has confirmed this news. I will leave the link in the description so you can read for yourself. But it's a bummer. It really is. I mean, it's kind of inevitable. We kind of all figured that this would happen one day, but it's happening now. It's happening this year. And that's what happens when you rely so heavily on digital distribution in order to access your games. Now, the good thing about the PS3 and the PSP as well as the Vita is that you do have that physical market for a lot of games. There are still a lot of games, though, that are digital only on those platforms. So there will be a number of games that will be pretty much impossible to access in the future. But the silver lining is that the PS3, PSP, and Vita are some of the easiest consoles to homebrew and hack into. The homebrewing scene on all those platforms is going very strong in 2021, so you might still be able to access games going forward through unofficial methods, but as far as officially purchasing games, it's a lot harder to do that now. And I'm sure the homebrew scene doesn't have every single game backed up. Definitely not on the PS3. And this news also makes me wonder when the actual servers are going to shut down, because that seems like another inevitability, especially with the PS3, because, I mean, the storefront is shutting down. How much longer before the actual servers shut down so you can't play games online anymore or download games that you already purchased? There are some games that you play online for the PS3. Don't get used to that. So if you play games like Modern Warfare 2, you still have some games going on the PS3. I don't think it's going to last much longer, because it doesn't make a lot of sense for Sony to shut down the store, the only source of income that they have going for the PS3, and not just shut down all the servers so they don't have to maintain that shit anymore. It's obviously going to happen. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be much longer. I would say, like, by mid-2022, PSN is going to shut down completely for the PlayStation 3 as well as the Vita. It already happened on the PSP. So the best advice I could give you guys, if you're still into the PS3, or if you have a large library of games on the PS3 that you don't want to lose, you got to figure out some way to back all those games up, because sooner or later, you will no longer be able to access them. On July 2nd, you won't be able to buy new games, and after July 2nd at some point, probably before the middle of 2022, you will no longer be able to re-download them. So, yeah, that's something you guys have to prepare for in the future, because I'm sure you guys don't want to lose all your games, right? But as far as backing up games, it's obviously a lot easier said than done with the PS Vita, because they have those proprietary memory cards that cost a fortune. Right now, if you want to buy a 16GB memory card for the Vita, it'll cost you over $100. And I'm sure those prices will only get higher and higher as people start to realize that the PS Vita servers will shut down, so you can't re-download your games. So if you're a PS Vita owner, also be prepared for that possibility that backing up your library is going to be a very expensive proposition. And again, it's one of those things that really sucks, but you can't really be too surprised about it. Sony, if they're willing to shut down the storefront for the PlayStation Store, it obviously means the PS3 and the PS Vita are no longer making them any money. And if there's no money coming in, they're obviously not going to keep the servers running much longer. And that's gonna really, really suck for people that still enjoy playing online on the PS3. Like it sucked for original Xbox players back in 2010 when those servers shut down. Remember the Halo 2 players that were playing non-stop for, 18 days or something crazy like that? I'm sure there are a lot of people that are gonna have a really hard time coming to terms with the end of the PS3. But the end is near, so you have until July 2nd to buy games on the PS3 store, and it won't be much longer before the entire servers are blipped. And that's a damn shame, because the PS3 was one of the greatest consoles of all time. That's the thing about online gaming. That's the thing about digital distribution. It can never last forever. It's going to go down at some point. So this is definitely sad news, but it's not surprising news at the same time. But I want to know what you guys think about the PS3 and PS Vita storefronts shutting down soon, and the inevitability of all the online servers shutting down for those platforms. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.